With the recent release teaser and open testing for Honkai Nexus Anima, I feel like wanting to take a look in lore of this game. I'm your downloader of honkaistarrail enjoyer ICIKLE, and I read honkaistarrail lore in secret so they don't need to blow their mind just to find a piece of readable items in a corner of the hidden room. Today, we will not talk about Honkai Star Rail like the usual, but the new upcoming hoyoverse game, Honkai Nexus Anima. Disclaimer, some theories are mine, but most of the discovery was explained in a video on Bilibili in Chinese. But I feel like I wanted to share this knowledge with the English community. I will still leave a link in the description below, so if you know Chinese, check it out. So let's begin. The world of Honkai Nexus Anima had gone through Honkai eruption. Now, this is not like a speculation or theory. This is my observation from the Chinese official website. They use the word 崩坏前, which means before the Honkai eruption if you use Honkai infected terminology. And it is called the Sundering in the English official website. I wonder why they would use a completely different term for this translation. But this can be changed down the line in the future, so nobody knows. Besides that, it seems that this eruption is on a very big scale to the point of world annihilation. In the game, they call the world before the Honkai eruption the Sundering, the aspects of the old world, and the new world called the aspects of the new world. In both of these worlds, there are a group of individuals who rules the power and authority like order and chaos, love and hate, etc. The people who rule over this power in the aspects of the old world are called sovereign. The people who rule over this power in the aspect of the new world are called NOVARCHS. Although both of these individuals are rulers of a certain authority, sovereign and NOVARCHS have a big difference. Sovereign of the old world seems to rule over two opposite authority or forces, for example, the Master of Chaos and Order, the first sovereign, Victus, the Master of Life and Death, the fifth sovereign, Amsterdam, and the Master of Light and Dark, the eighth sovereign, Marn. And in the New World, these opposite authorities seems to be separated into two parts, each part being ruled by one individual. Like when the first sovereign, Victus, became the second Novarch, the authority they rule order and chaos changed to leave only order. As for the eighth sovereign, Arman became the Novarch of Dark, and the authority of light have been passed over to a monk named Prabhas. I'm not sure it's called Prabhas or Prabhas. There's an interesting part which you all probably already noticed. The Novarchs of the New World rule by two types of individuals. Either they were sovereign of the Old World, who taken half of the authority and become the New World's Novarchs, or Monday folks that ascended, assumingly, and take the other half of the authority. Now, that being said, if every two Novarchs' authority came from one sovereign, theoretically, shouldn't the number of Novarchs should be an even number? But the aspects of the New World have 81 planes, and all 81 planes are ruled by one Novarch each. So 81 Novarchs? The number does not add up. We have an extra one. I don't know if this is anything, if according to the sequence, the first sovereign should divide into the first and second Novarch, and the second sovereign should match with the third and fourth Novarch, and so on. But assumingly this is the right sequence, there is a problem within this list. The 15 and 16 Novarch should supposedly match with the 8th sovereign, but according to the website, he is at 17, which he should be either at 15 or 16. The 27th and the 28th Novarch should supposedly match with the 14th sovereign, but now it's at 29th. It seems that every Novarch have been moved back one in the sequence. Yes, every. There might be a possibility that the first Novarch's authority did not originate from the old world and could be the reason the new world began. Nevertheless, there must be an extra soul Novarch that does not have an other half. That being said, if they are first, every Novarch will have to be moved back one on the list. Surprisingly, that would actually match all of the Novarchs and the Sovereign, at least all according to the official website. As for who could the first Novarch be, we need to look at the name, World Ender, which could allegedly be the one who destroyed the world. It could be that they use power beyond their world to destroy the old world and reforge the new world for some reason, and they became the first Novak. Also, the first sovereign, Victus, defeated them 7 times and destroying them twice. But due to the world ender having a contract with the sovereign of life and death, Amsterdam, which grants him immortality, we can assume that Victus did not completely kill them entirely. Maybe they can't be killed at all, who knows? Which then we could assume the end of the old world could possibly cause or involve by actually a lot of the sovereigns. Like they actually have hands-on experience that causing the world to end. Now let's talk about the anomalies within the NOVARCHS. The fifth sovereign, Amsterdam, he seems to not divide his authority. Both the planes of life and death are still under his ruling. It could just be that he took back the other half of his original authority from the other Novak, and the fact it was unknown whether he is a Novak in this new world is very interesting. I guess we'll have to see how the story goes. Also, I want to mention about this character, the fourth sovereign, Kumyo, I don't know how to pronounce Kumyo Kyo, and the fact that in his description he has a sister. Like too much of a coincidence. And the number 4 seems to mean something in the Genshin Impact lore, so we'll see. Will he be a variant to Aether? Before I end this video, we need to of course talk about Blade. Blade is the 22nd Novak ruling the plane of the peak, doesn't even have a name because it's in quotation marks, which originally came from the 11th sovereign, which is the one he is described to be searching. I would like to believe this version of Blade is the Blade from honkaistarrail, but I don't think it is, because that would cause a lot of continuity issues later when both games are ongoing. Unless the devs already have a logical explanation for him, then I guess I'm happy. As for a fun theory, who do you think the 11th sovereign is? I have 3 guesses: Dan Heng, the other members of ICIKLE Quintet, or Kafka. Leave it down in the comments below who do you think they could be. That's all for today's video on Honkai Nexus Anima. Like, subscribe, and comment if you want me to look for more interesting facts from the original source in Chinese, which could cause translation confusion sometimes. Let me know. Other than that, see you guys on the next video. Peace out.